The Apostle Paul wrote his second letter to the Corinthian church shortly after he wrote the first one. In his second letter, he tells more about his life than he does in other letters we have of his in the Bible. Paul expressed how believers are able to comfort others because of the comfort they have received from God. In 2 Corinthians 1:3-5, he wrote, "All praise to God, the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. God is our merciful Father and the source of all comfort. He comforts us in all our troubles so that we can comfort others. When they are troubled, we will be able to give them the same comfort God has given us. For the more we suffer for Christ, the more God will shower us with His comfort through Christ." One of the saddest things is to lose a loved one through death, especially if it is a child. Those who have had this heartbreaking experience, however, are able to comfort others who have had the same experience. God can use whatever trials you suffered in the past to enable you to better comfort others who've had the same experiences. Paul seems to refer to the person whom he urged the Corinthians to put out of their fellowship in 1 Corinthians 5, when he now writes in 2 Corinthians 2:5-11, "I am not overstating it when I say that the man who caused all the trouble hurt all of you more than he hurt me. Most of you opposed him, and that was punishment enough. Now, however, it is time to forgive and comfort him. Otherwise, he may be overcome by discouragement. So I urge you now to reaffirm your love for him. I wrote to you as I did to test you and see if you would fully comply with my instructions. When you forgive this man, I forgive him too. And when I forgive whatever needs to be forgiven, I do so with Christ's authority for your benefit, so that Satan will not outsmart us. For we are familiar with his evil schemes." The purpose of church discipline, putting a person outside the fellowship of the church, is to bring the disciplined person to his or her spiritual senses. When that individual returns to fellowship with Christ in the church, he or she should be welcomed back in. The intent of church discipline should always be recovery, not punishment.